Hey y'all, it's Sabrina and I'm here with Cathy, who's going to introduce us to her lovely collection, LEYT. It's going to be available to shop very, very soon, and I cannot wait because I'm a fan of every piece. But I'll turn it over to Cathy so she can give you the full lowdown on LEYT and how you can shop it when it debuts soon.
Hi everyone. So LEYT is spelled L-E-Y-T. It is the same word that we use every day, the word light, but it's actually, the spelling comes from an older form of the same word that also means spark. I started LEYT, the idea came to me 2 years ago when I had a child, and it was a huge shift in my body, my mindset, and I wanted to find clothing that would help me feel good about myself while looking beautiful, easy, and glamorous. And every piece here is cut with shape, but is not meant to be constraining in any way.
I like the term forgiving that you use too.
Thank you.
Encapsulates the look and feel perfectly.
Yeah, I think that women's bodies are not always the same, and I definitely felt that shift, especially after being pregnant, and even after losing the weight from pregnancy, my body was just completely different. And I think that while we all want to look glamorous, we don't have to constrain ourselves. We don't always have to wear something that is so tight to the body. I think that there is a lot to be said about being comfortable, and I believe that comes through as a form of self-confidence. This is the Can't Go Wrong dress.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong because it's meant to be for all occasions, from day to night, and it comes with a self belt, so it can be worn without for a stroll around town, or it could be worn with the belt for a black tie event. And it's super comfortable. It's made of lightweight silk, and
So what I love about the dress, above and beyond it being so light and airy and fluid, is the fact that, as you explained, it's super versatile. It can go from day to night. So for example, I'm picturing during the day actually using the belt for a headband, which would feel really whimsical and playful and flirty, and then transitioning the headband back to being a belt for evening.
Yeah, that's actually super ingenious. But so one thing about LEYT is I try to make things more responsibly, or try to make clothing responsibly, and that means that after cutting production there will be a lot of scraps, and part of my initiative is to use all my scraps to make head accessories, headbands,
hair
ties.
Ooh, I love that.
So we're on the same wavelength.
Perfect. See? And along those lines too, I feel like there are other ways to dress up the belt. So for example, adding flowers to it, or pins, or what have you, just to make it fun and flirty and customized. This is like a really amazing palette to wear as it is, but then also play around with it. So again, that versatility.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's really well put, because I think this black dress, it's, if you're not somebody who likes to wear jewelry, you could it totally carries itself as it is, and you can also dress it up with maybe a beautiful necklace, or beautiful shoes, and you have your outfit.
You really can't go wrong. You can't go wrong dress.
That's right.
I love it. And see this back. Gorge. Awesome. All right,
cool.
Next piece.
Sabrina here, she's wearing the Like a Charm jumpsuit. This jumpsuit is inspired by what it was called the beach pajamas back in the 1930s. This idea was invented by Coco Chanel herself. And back in the 1930s, this is what women wore to the Rivieras, and
Jumpsuits.
they were jumpsuits. They were cut very wide leg, and
they were referred to as beach pajamas.
They were called beach pajamas
because they're so cozy and comfy.
Yeah, yeah.
I had no
and
idea.
They literally would just, a bunch of women, they would just wear, they call it beach pajamas, and they would just take a walk on the beach, on the boardwalk, and yeah, that was the thing back then.
I love it. So vintage inspired.
It's vintage inspired.
Well, it definitely fits like a charm. That's for sure. So if you're looking, you see a lot of material, but in a good way. Like, it most certainly feels, again, flowy, light, comfy, and chic. Like, I don't know how you've struck that balance of, like, again, a full jumpsuit that has fabric. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel overloaded. It doesn't feel heavy, and it most certainly doesn't look it.
Yeah. No, it definitely it looks lightweight. And,
absolutely.
And what I love about this, again, I'm working with a fair trade fabric supplier.
Ooh.
And this is a hand-woven fabric.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is 100% made by hand.
And where?
The fair trade supplier, they're out of Bangladesh.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they work with these villages that are, they're just hand-woven villages. The whole, that means like everybody in there survive on this skill. And it's definitely a skill that's been passed on through generations. And it's a way to not only preserve the skill, but it's also to provide these artisans with a way of valid livelihood and keep their families constantly working and be able to provide for themselves and give them economic independence.
So is the hand woven technique that they use, is it specific to that part of the world?
I'm not particularly knowledge of, but I know that I think there are other hand woven skilled artisans throughout, but a lot of them again I think are in like India, Bangladesh, Southeast Asia. That's where a lot of these people are still left doing craft like these. Whereas I mean, most of our fabrics are made out of a machine. Like they're weaved by a machine.
Yeah.
And those typically have a lot of minimums issues because to run a machine, you have to. They require you to buy a certain amount. But me working with this craft, it allows me to be able to buy at the quantity that I can work with, and not have to buy access, and at the same time I am preserving the skills and helping them with their economic independence.
Well, it definitely shows in the quality and the craftsmanship. And again, like, obviously you all can't feel this yet. You will when you purchase from the collection, but I'm telling you, it just again feels like a feather. Like I'm walking around wearing a pillow, so lightweight, and you can see the movement. I mean,
yeah, and I love creating pieces that are feminine and that kind of moves with the body. I think as women, that helped us.
Just be more comfortable and fluid, and not just comfortable in the pieces, but comfortable in our own skin.
Yes.
Sometimes you put on clothing and you are second guessing yourself in that piece because it just either you're too constricted or you can't breathe, or it doesn't move, like you say, with your body. This is like an extension of me. It doesn't feel forced or contrived. And I feel like a lot of clothes, especially like fast fashion and things, it doesn't feel the same. It feels like you're wearing just heaviness. Yeah.
And I think that really makes a difference when you
It does.
wear something that is comfortable and that's well made, that is meant to work with your body.
Yeah. It feels
really,
different. It definitely feels different. I also love the functional aspect in the pockets. Ladies, pockets are everything.
Pockets are everything. I agree.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We like our accessories with our bags and things like that, but it never hurts to have extra reinforcements in pockets. And it's just fun to be able to like stroll around and feel cool with your hands in your pockets or what have you.
Yeah.
And the other piece that I like is the bows that conceal my stomach area, which frankly, like, the older I get, the more this area is the area I'm focused on. It doesn't cooperate with me every day.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have some
No,
extra.
it's true.
Yeah.
Some days just can't control it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When I was younger, that wasn't necessarily a thing, but it most certainly is now. And there are some cooperative days and some not. So this area I'm always concerned about. So it's nice that this piece is a piece I could wear every day, because even on my uncooperative days, I have the bows that are giving me some extra support here. And they're also, again, like, you see a lot of fabric, but it's not heavy. It's not weighing me down. It's not like causing me to hunch. It's really, it's like super light. I know we keep saying super light, but it's true. And that's why, or one of the reasons why your brand is called LEYT.
Yeah.
Double entendre.
Yeah. The making wave dress. This dress is made of a dead stock fabric. So what that means is it's typically fabric that's left over from companies who no longer need this fabric, and usually this would end up in the landfill.
Where'd you find this particular fabric?
So there are jobbers in New York who get these fabrics, and then they usually
you reach out to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is, I love this fabric because it's this is the only non-synthetic. This is the only synthetic fabric that I'm using to silk poly, and what's good about this is that it feels really great on, but also it does not wrinkle. So you could travel with this. You could, stuff it in a bag and pull it back out, and it'll look exactly the same.
That is key. Especially, just for everyday life, but especially when traveling. Yeah.
Super easy to handle.
And then what about washing and laundering?
Well, usually I don't suggest laundering dresses, just because you can, you can create damages to it. But I would say you can always hand wash dresses, or and definitely hand dry them. Do not put them in the dryer.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster.
No. Or you could always do a very delicate cycle, and again just hand dry them, and that should be fine. You don't always have to dry clean. One thing you could do is, sometimes maybe you feel dirty. If you get it dirty, maybe it's not visible. Maybe you wear it a couple more times and then dry clean it. It's also another way to be a little bit more
eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Yes.
The idea is not everybody's cup of tea. But
oh wow, I'm definitely of that movement.
Yeah.
Where I wear things until I feel like they need to be laundered. Not to say we're walking around with stains and funking up the place, but to your point, it's I don't think clothes are meant to be laundered after every single wash. And then B, it's just not eco-friendly to do that.
Yeah.
It just wasteful in general.
It's wasteful.
I think. Yeah.
And the other thing is, let's say, maybe you sweat it a little. Another good way to keep it clean is to hang in the sun. The sun is
Really?
actually, a natural cleanser in a way. And then it's just...
Did you all know that? I had no idea.
Yeah. Just give it, a little sun.
Little sunshine. Never hurt nobody. Never hurt any clothes. Help the clothes. I legitimately did not know that.
Yeah. I don't think maybe people knew about that.
No. I mean, I know people hang their clothes in the sun, but I thought that was more for them to dry. I didn't know there was this other benefit.
It's a natural
deodorizer.
Deodorizer. So that's another way to, be a little bit more eco-conscious.
Learn something new every day, folks.
But I love this piece because I think it would look great on the beach or going for a dance party.
Dance party?
And then like him. And all the while feeling very feminine, but again, non-constraining, very comfortable.
Yeah.
And the self-tie is you can take on and off, so you don't have to wear it if you don't feel like it.
And we were playing around with tying it in the front, tying it in the back. Like you just said, taking it off completely and wearing it as something else, like a headband. Or not at all. Again, completely versatile. And that's one of many beautiful aspects of your pieces, is that you really can do so much with them. Not just in terms of how you wear them, but like how you wear them throughout the day, going from day to night. So again, this piece can be worn during the daytime with a flat, an espadrille, as you recommended, and then at nighttime you could throw on a heel or a pump or a mule, and then go out and cut a rug on the dance floor.
Yeah, totally.
Cha-cha-cha!
It's made for that. It's like a little flamingo.
It is, totally.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
And it's pink too, so that's up the flamingo effect.
It literally makes me want to dance. I love the ruffles.
Oh, and you should... did you twirl around? Maybe twirl around for the camera. Yeah.
Ta-da!
And as a part of being a more responsible manufacturer, a large portion of my collection is made with a fair trade supplier who does handwoven textiles. That's it's all the skills is passed down through generations, and the work that they do provides for their families and helps them gain economic independence.
So these are your sample designs.
These are my samples. They will be ready to be. They will be ready. I'm having a launch in June of this year.
Ooh!
So you can find it on my website, leytworld.com. It's www.leytworld.com, and you can also find me on Instagram. It's at leytworld, LEYTWORLD.
I am so excited. I know I said this earlier on, and I cannot emphasize it enough, but I really am a fan of every piece, so I cannot wait for the full launch, and I cannot wait to see more from LEYT. So thank you, Cathy.
Thank you,
this was so much fun. Stay tuned, and don't forget to look out for the June drop, and make sure that you follow Cathy's LEYT World account, and subscribe to her newsletter, LEYT World. Remember, LEYT, LEYT, so that you are in the know for everything LEYT. Thanks for watching.